I'm Danny Gurry, and you've tuned in to Good Morning Frederick. It's a podcast, well, about Frederick. Everything, the people, the businesses, the nonprofits, and the cool stuff. So sit back, relax, and enjoy Good Morning Frederick.
Hey,
I'm Pam with ServPro of Frederick County, and you're watching Good Morning Frederick.
Good morning, Frederick. Today is Crazy Hair Day. I didn't check myself before I started, got to get this mane under control. It's Friday, February 21st. Happy Friday. I'm your host, Danny Gurry. I'm really happy it's Friday today. I don't know, this week has just been one of those weeks. But hey, here's to a great Friday. Excuse me, and a happy weekend. Oh my goodness. All right. Let's talk about what we're going to chat about today. We are going to go over what's happening in Frederick, and there's some fun stuff happening not only today, this weekend, and in the coming weeks. I'm going to give you a highlight of those, but of course tell you where you can go to get all the events. So you know what is always happening in Frederick. It's great if you got people coming in from out of town and they want to know what to do. You want to keep them entertained. You'll know. You're in the know when you watch Good Morning Frederick for sure. We're chatting with Tom Coe, Fire Chief of Frederick County. He is really great and a lot of fun to chat with. Talk with him about how Frederick County's fire system works. I didn't even know. There were so many things I did not know that I learned, and I think you may too. And then we talk with Drew Phelps, WFRE's Nights with Drew, and we're talking Radiothon, St. Jude's Children's Research Hospital. Now, when you talk about fundraising, look, I am all about it, right? I try to give back to as many nonprofits as I can. And I know there are some people who are like, oh, you want to focus locally. And I do. I focus locally. And, with WFRE and St. Jude's, of course, St. Jude's is a national organization. But I'm telling you, there are people who have had children right here in Frederick that have been supported by, helped by, saved by St. Jude's. So it does have a local tie. I met a man yesterday whose daughter had cancer and passed from cancer, but was given extra time because of St. Jude's. Plus, the family was gifted all of the medical. Everything is paid for. No bill to the family at all. Boy, is that not tremendous? Is that not a reason to give money so a family does not have to worry about those incoming medical bills when they're dealing with, all of the things they're dealing with their child already? So I think it's a wonderful organization. Right now, WFRE is in the throes of the second day of Radiothon, and we'll talk about what an amazing achievement this radio station accomplishes because of you and the people of Frederick. It's just unbelievable. I wait till you hear. It's just crazy. And then, of course, with Good Morning Frederick, we support local charities. The National Fallen Firefighters Foundation is local in the sense that it is based right here in Frederick County. We're going to learn about that from Tom Coe. But it also helps families from around the country. So, hey, we want to help where we can. And again, families right here in Frederick benefit from that. Also, head to the home of Everything Frederick. The shop is open today through Sunday, 11 a.m. to 4 p.m. The new St. Patrick's Day t-shirts are available now. There's only 50. All right. So if you want to wear green and represent Good Morning Frederick, which I would love, I'd love to see those photos too. Please head straight to the home of Everything Frederick today or this weekend, 11 a.m. to 4 p.m. Get yours. And starting today, you get a free chapstick just to visit 401 North Market Street. No purchase is necessary. Just walk in and say, hey, I heard I can get some free chapstick. And whoever is there is going to give you free chapstick. You got to love it. and it's cute and it's great. And you can never have too many chapsticks. You need a chapstick for the car, chapstick for your pocket, chapstick for your purse, or your merce, or your bag, or you can get one of those cool Good Morning Frederick crossbody bags to wear while you're out, and then put your chapstick in that, and then you're set. All right, subscribe to our YouTube channel. We are still working to hit to that 3,000 watch hours. Ask a friend or two to subscribe so they don't miss anything. We're having some issues with Facebook. Some of our Facebook feeds are not streaming, which is very frustrating. But YouTube, so far, knock wood, has been consistent. We haven't had any issues. So I welcome you to subscribe. That way you get notified if something is posted or we go live. And the show is really all about Frederick, the people, the community, what's happening, the nonprofits, all of it. Okay. We also put everything up on a podcast, which is on all the platforms where you get yours. And we appreciate when you download that as well. All right. Let's go ahead and get this Friday going. Got to thank the show's sponsor, Heart Home Solutions, your solution for all your home remodeling needs. Basement refinishing, new kitchens, new bathrooms. That's what Heart Home Solutions loves to do, even new additions. So maybe you're selling and you need to get top market value. Bring them in and they can maybe do some cosmetic stuff or fix up something big because you know the kitchens and bathrooms sell houses to get your top market value. Or maybe you just purchased and you needed to save a little, so you have a fixer-upper, but you're not a DIYer. Contact Steve at Heart Home Solutions. They can help. HART, hearthomesolutions.com. Okay, let's get straight into what is happening in Frederick. All right. Happening in Frederick is sponsored by Atlas Wood Floors. They've been serving the area for more than 34 years. They do wood floors, luxury vinyl plank, anything you can find to put on your floor. I'm sure they can handle it. I've said, though, I'm not sure about those penny floors. Have you seen that? The floors with pennies and epoxy? It is kind of cool, but I'm not sure they do it. They might. They might do it. You can just ask. How about calling right now? 301 948 9663. It's 301 948 Wood. Ask for Jeff when you call and say, hey, do you do those copper penny floors? I mean, I don't want one, but I was just wondering. Anyway, set up a time, set up a quote. They'll come out and they'll give you a great price. Refinishing your current floors, or maybe adding wood to an existing home and having to match things up. They do such a great job. Check out their Instagram as well, atlaswoodfloors.net. All right, we're going to highlight some of the events happening in and around Frederick. You can get the full details. If you look at the description of the video you're watching, there should be a link straight to it. Otherwise, always remember you can find it at promocircus.com. Click on Everything Frederick Live and then Calendar of Events. Okay, now through March 5th, 32auctions.com/AAOE25. Bid on the artwork. Okay, this is the artwork that was created by students and the professional artists for African Americans of Excellence. Now, you may say, Danny, I don't know if I really want a portrait of Guyon Sampson or Dr. Renee. I don't feel comfortable with that. But you want to support. Well, here's what you do. You bid on the artwork. You win the artwork, and then you donate the artwork maybe to a local school, library, hang it in your company office as a tribute to some of these great honorees, or you can even donate it straight back to the honoree whose art you're purchasing. And they can then donate it on to one of their charities of choice, or they can hang it in their own home. Either way, all of the money raised from all of the artwork sold at the auction on March 5th benefits 8 charities, 7 designated by the honorees themselves, and 1 Boys and Girls Club of Frederick County. All the money split equally amongst all 8 organizations. We would love to give each nonprofit $1,000 this year, which means we need to raise $8,000. So we can't do that without your help. Come to the event, and we're going to talk about that coming up March 5th. All right, today, Radiothon set till 7 p.m. It's on WFRE 99.9. We are still playing some music, but throughout, you're going to hear the stories of the people who have been impacted by St. Jude's. And we would love to make this one of the best years yet. And I'm not going to spoil it because we're going to talk with Drew in just a minute about how amazing this fundraiser is. But we can't do it without your help. So please tune in. 99.9 WFRE today, February 21st. It finishes at 7 p.m. So if you're watching this sometime before 7 p.m., please tune in and listen to the impact that our Fair County makes on this nonprofit. All right, tomorrow is February 22nd. You get that chocolate crawl downtown Mount Airy. Now, while you're there, find the Midnight Baker. We're going to feature her on Monday, but she makes amazing king cakes. She's originally from New Orleans. So you get the authentic king cake for Mardi Gras, and she'll be there selling them at the Chocolate Crawl in Mount Airy. From 3 to 7 also tomorrow, I'm on WFRE. So listen, you get some great music, and again, reminders of what's happening right in our area, not only tomorrow and the weekend, but of course, coming weeks. At 5 p.m., how about head to Carroll County Ag Center for IBR bull riding? It's the semifinals tomorrow. Gates open at 5. I believe the show starts at 7. There is a children's rodeo that happens before that. So I believe that starts at 6. So tons of fun. It's indoor. So you're going to not be outside, which is great in the elements. And it's supposed to be decent weather. So it shouldn't be freezing cold in there. It should be comfortable, which will be fun. Then we've got February 26th, the Be Local Love Awards celebrating local businesses. And that is happening at Union Mills. March 1st is the finals of the bull riding at the Carroll County Ag Center in Westminster. So you can have 2 weekends of fun at a time of the year where it's hard to do stuff that's like this indoor with your family and have a great time. March 4th, we want you to come to the joint ribbon cutting. This is with, it's at Maryland Bakes with the Midnight Baker and the pierogi, the new pierogi company. I can't wait to meet them too. Cece from the Midnight Baker, when I chatted with her, and again, we're going to feature her on Monday, was saying it's really cool because they're going to do kind of a twist, a New Orleans flavor on pierogies. So I can't wait to try that. That is March 4th. Come out for that. She's doing a really fun Mardi Gras whole celebration, which is really going to be cool. All right, March 5th is that free reception and online auction finishes. It's at Warehouse Cinema, 6 to 8 p.m. You're going to get to meet some of the honorees, the artists, some of the videographers from that event. I invite you to check out aaoefrederick.org. You can also see all of the art and the videos that were shown at the kickoff event. And yeah, it's a great organization, and I think you will really enjoy that. All right. And then March 5th through the 19th is the Unity campaign, which fundraises for 37 of our local nonprofits. March 6th, it is the first of 2 showings or 2 dates for Boomtown. I'm going to go on March 6th at Warehouse Cinemas. I'm going to the 5 p.m. show. So if you want to join me, I invite you to come hang out. There's a 5, a 6, and a 7:15 showing. And Boomtown is the story of Frederick. This is part 1. It's about a 45-minute movie, I guess, or short or whatever, feature. And part 2 will come out next year. March 8th, it's the Leprechaun Luau at the Frederick Fairgrounds, benefits Rotary Club of Frederick. March 8th, 9th, 15th, and 16th is the Maple Syrup Festival, and that is at Cunningham Falls. They do ask for a $5 donation per person, but there's demos, all kinds of great stuff, and again, something the family may really enjoy. And then March 13th is the second date for the Boomtown feature to be shown at Warehouse Cinemas on the big screen. All right, March 14th, I invite you to join me at Dinner in the Dark. Now, Ash and Mama Cone will be there too. This benefits the Leader Dogs for the Blind and is at Walkersville Fire Hall. I'll be emceeing, but I'm also going to be blindfolded and eating dinner. And I think it's really cool. Obviously, we're going to have a lot of fun with it, but it also demonstrates what happens if you lose your sight. And of course, raises money so that people who have lost their vision can have access to get a service animal, which is sometimes, extraordinarily helpful to them. Not sometimes, all the time. And 5 to 10 on the 14th is Shamrock Lucky Bingo to benefit the American Cancer Society and Relay for Life of Frederick. All right, March 15th, it is the 20th annual Retro Prom at William Talley Rec Center. The 15th and 16th is the 50th annual Home and Garden Expo. The 19th, get your spot right now at the Spring Sip and Paint at the Home of Everything Frederick. If you go to Good Morning Frederick's Facebook page, you will see the event that has been created, and we would love for you to join us. It's going to be fun. We're going to have a great time. We're going to make that beautiful butterfly springtime painting. We're inviting spring in because actually it's just a day or two before spring actually begins, right? So we want you to come and have a great time. It's going to be fun. It'll be a lot of laughs. My butterfly will look nothing like that, but it will still be a great time. April 12th, there is a disc golf tournament in Emmitsburg, benefits Seton Center. And that sounds like a lot of fun. I might be pretty good at disc golf, actually. I might have to play. April 24th is SHIP's annual lip sync competition. They are gathering teams now. So if you would like to participate, I invite you to. It's so fun. So you get a small team together. You need maybe 4 or 5 people at the most. You practice lip syncing to some favorite songs and get your costume up, and then you perform to raise money. And I think it's a great organizationship, and that evening is a ton of fun. So whether you participate or you just come and attend, that's a good one too. And then April 26th is the gala for Andrea's house. It is the Rise and Renew gala, and that is at the Delaplane Arts Center. So those are the things that I need you to know about that are coming up in Frederick over the coming weeks and month or two. There are a ton of events happening in Frederick every single day. And if you have an event you want included on the calendar, you can email it to everythingfredericklive@gmail.com. And I think it's you can't ever say you're bored here in this town. You just really can't. There's always good things going on. All right, we're going to take a quick break. Then we're going to be back with Tom Coe, Fire Chief of Frederick County, and then we have Drew Phelps talking about WFRE's Radiothon for St. Jude's Children's Research Hospital. All of that right after this.
This portion of Good Morning Frederick is powered by Ken's Automotive and Transmissions, Total Car Care. Need an oil change or brakes? Ken's Automotive and Transmissions can take care of that. How about exhaust or engine work? Ken's Automotive and Transmissions can do that too. No matter what you need for your car, Ken's Automotive and Transmissions is Total Car Care. Go to kenstrans.com to schedule an appointment today.
Cosmec Healing handcrafted small batch tinctures and transdermal salves, double third-party tested for quality you can trust. If you've got pain, headaches, or anxiety, our products are here to help you find relief. Patient over profits mindset, 'cause we're patients too. CosmecHealing.com.
Real estate goddess, yeah. She's the one to get you there. Homes and dreams are perfect, yeah. Shattered family beyond compare.
All right, I got a chance to sit down with Tom Coe, our fire chief of Frederick. He is such a great guy, so fun, really down to earth. I love it about him, but he schooled me on some of the stuff that I did not know about our fire service here in Frederick County. Here he is. We are right on North Market Street, Junior Fire Company, the big number 2.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, I am with the chief, Tom Coe. So you are the fire chief of Frederick City and County?
Yes, ma'am.
All of it?
So I am the county's fire chief, the
Which
director of the Division of Fire and Rescue Services,
Okay.
which encompasses all of the fire and EMS services provided in Frederick County.
How many people is that?
So that's a good question. So we have 652 career personnel in Frederick County, and that includes 21 civilian employees.
Okay.
And then we have our 24 independent volunteer corporations. And there's about 1,200 volunteers in Frederick County. And those volunteers serve in various different capacities. Some of them are administrative, some of them are fundraising members, and about 500 of them are operational volunteers that engage in running calls.
Wow.
So
That's a
all in all,
lot.
we have a workforce of about 1,100 people answering the county's 911 calls.
Wow, that is impressive. I don't think I ever fathomed that that was the number.
Yeah,
But
so-
when you think about it, 1,100 people servicing 279,000 people or something like that.
Yeah,
in our
I
county?
think the numbers are about 290,000 residents now.
290,000, yeah.
We are the biggest landmass county in the
Yes.
state. So there's 29 fire stations across our county, and we work together seamlessly to answer the citizens' needs.
I didn't know that either. 29 fire companies. That's really amazing. And so your job day to day is what exactly? I
Well-
mean, I've seen you
well, it's really
hanging
meeting-
out and
It's really meeting the needs,
waving.
right?
Yeah.
It's meeting the needs of our citizens,
Yeah.
meeting the needs of our first responders, and making sure that our system has the tools and equipment we need to function.
Okay.
But a lot of the time there is hanging out, right?
There is hanging out. There is hanging out.
Networking, I like to call it.
It is networking because you do need to hear, I think, from the people, and being amongst the people helps that
Absolutely.
as well.
So I love the Frederick community. I've had the benefit of working here for nearly 25 years.
Wow.
And, what a great place Frederick County, Frederick City is to live, work, and play.
100%. 100%. That's why I started this show, because I love this county so much, and I love showcasing how great the county is. How long have you been in this role in particular?
So I've been in the fire chief's role. I started in an acting capacity July 1st of 2019.
Okay.
And went through the process of confirmation through the county council and got confirmed in March of 2000.
Okay.
So just as the pandemic was really
Oh,
getting up
fun.
and running.
Yeah.
So my first experiences as the fire chief, we're dealing with a pandemic.
Oh, wow.
But I've worked for the Frederick County Division of Fire and Rescue Services since July of 2000.
Okay.
So started at the Independent Hose Company on Bachman Lane, spent some time down at Carroll Manors Fire Station in Adamstown.
Okay.
Then the bulk of my career was worked at the Westview Fire Station down on New Design Road.
Okay.
Then I kind of came up through the ranks and started working in our command staff, and eventually became the deputy chief, and again in 2019 became the fire chief.
Yeah, that's a pretty good career path.
Yeah.
Are you from Frederick?
So I actually born, raised, and still live in New Windsor. So I'm just
Okay.
across the county line
yeah.
in Carroll.
We still accept that. That's Frederick adjacent.
There's zip code of New Windsor that's in Frederick County, so that counts.
Yeah, we love that. We love that. So I told you, so we did a little bet between you and Chris Michaels on first Saturday, And whoever raised the least amount of money had to wear the tutu.
It was a fun day.
It was a great day. And on that day, because it was February 1st, I told you that I was going to designate the charity that you were raising money for, which was the National Fallen Firefighters Foundation, as the Good Morning Frederick charity. And what that does is all the merch that I sell throughout the month, 100% of the money goes to the charities. You buy a $20 t-shirt, $20 goes to the charity. And so I would love for you, and we talked a little bit about this at that day, but I'd love for our viewers to hear what the National Fallen Firefighters Foundation does and how it supports our volunteer and career firefighters' families and themselves.
So the National Fallen Firefighters Foundation is a wonderful organization that I really wish didn't have to exist.
Yeah.
So we work in an incredibly hazardous work environment, and unfortunately, in our line of work, sometimes folks pay the ultimate sacrifice in service to their community. And that's not foreign to people in Frederick County. We've lost several firefighters in the line of duty. The Fallen Firefighters Foundation was established by Congress. It is a nonprofit entity whose goal it is to honor the fallen, to serve the families of the fallen, and provide training and prevention measures to lessen the number of line of duty deaths in the fire service.
Okay.
So Frederick County's fortunate to host the National Fallen Firefighters Memorial, which is up in Emmitsburg at the National Fire Academy.
Yeah.
And every year, it used to be in October, it's now in May. All of the families of fallen firefighters from across the nation come to Frederick County to pay memorial to their lost loved one who died in the line of duty.
Oh, wow.
So very special place up in Emmitsburg.
Yeah.
The National Fallen Firefighters Foundation provides for that ceremony, provides scholarships and grief counseling and all sorts of things for the families of the fallen. And they provide training and education for current firefighters and how we can learn from tragedy to prevent future tragedy.
Yeah. First of all, I had no idea all the families converged on Frederick County at that time.
Yes, ma'am.
Wow.
So they'll all be back in Emmitsburg again in May.
Yeah.
And we are a proud partner of the National Fallen Firefighters Foundation. And while it's tragic that those families come to Emmitsburg every year, we're very honored to help them get around and help provide services at that memorial service.
And I'm sure for those families, it's so great for them to be around people who know what they're going through and support them and all of that. Great that we have the national memorial here right in our backyard, which is awesome as well. Although, obviously, we'd all love not to ever need it. But what can Frederick County residents do to make your job easier? Is there anything that we can do in support of to help you in your day-to-day?
Well, that is a great question, right? So there's lots of ways folks in Frederick County can help me and the fire service out. The first thing is to take care of themselves and their things, right? So we like to prevent the 911 call before it happens.
Yeah.
And you can do that through educational opportunities. We offer hands-only CPR classes. We have a lot of community outreach through our mobile community health office, and folks can engage in those programs. Two, they can become familiar with how to operate in times of emergency. Have the appropriate information ready if they have to call for the ambulance that includes medical histories and medications and what they might be allergic to. Practice with their children, home fire escape drills, and know what to do when the smoke detector goes off. And they can also volunteer, so they can come to their local volunteer fire company and participate through volunteerism, either operationally on fire calls and ambulance calls, or through fundraising or administrative efforts to help support your local fire station. And if folks are interested in a career in the fire service in Frederick County, we're about to open up recruitment in May for future career opportunities within our fire service. So there's very little limit to how folks can engage positively.
You'll use any volunteer any way you can, right?
Yes, ma'am.
So what are the requirements of a volunteer firefighter?
So they're really very few. So in most fire companies, you have to be between 16 and 18 years old to participate, and then anything above that.
I was just going to say,
right?
Okay, yeah.
Usually you need a driver's license to get to training, right? And we provide all the training for free. The key is the fire department and the fire service in Frederick County is much more than just running out the door in a fire engine or an ambulance
Right.
to answer a 911 call. We have fundraising opportunities to help pay for all the things that we need to invest in. There's administrative tasks that someone can help do. And there's a lot of public education and outreach that the fire stations do that the general public can come in and help with. So we don't want folks to think we're just looking for firefighters and EMTs. If you have a skill set, we can figure out how to use you.
Yes, I love it. I love it. And so how they can reach out directly to the fire company in their neighborhood?
A couple opportunities. They can reach out to their local fire station and find out how they can become a member or how they can help out. Or we have a county-wide volunteer recruitment program called Gear Up.
Okay.
So if you Google
I've seen those billboards.
Gear Up Frederick County,
Yes.
we'll help you. We have a recruitment coordinator, Joyce Schreier. She'll walk you right through the process of how to get engaged and involved.
Nice.
But don't forget, if you're looking for a fire service career, you can go to the Frederick County Government HR page, sign up for an interest card, and when we open up our recruitment efforts in May, you'll get an email notification to throw in an application.
Yeah, I love it. Now, I know I've learned over interviewing some other people, the equipment that you have here, and we see this beautiful engine behind us and all the things you have. I know you get some federal or state funding for that, but a lot of it, sometimes you guys or these fire stations raise money to update equipment or to get new equipment or to add on to their buildings. Is that some of what the fundraising is geared toward?
The fire service is funded a lot of different ways. We leverage federal grants when we can. There is a small amount of state funding that comes through. But a lot of the things you see in our fire service are really county funded through the county tax dollar.
Okay.
So this fire engine behind you is a county funded fire engine. And in today's dollars, that fire engine costs about $1 million to put on the street.
Yeah.
There are volunteer companies in our organization that still buy their own apparatus, and they do that through their carnivals and raffles and all of those things. But those fire engines cost $1 million a piece as well. An ambulance, cost about $350,000.
Yeah.
So the units that are on the street and the equipment in them are incredible life-saving tools, but one thing they aren't is cheap.
That's right. That's right. Yes, and we did a whole series during the carnival season talking to all the different carnival operators, Thermont, Urbana, all the fire stations, talking about how really important it was to support those organizations, to help them do what they need to do, which is helping to keep us safe in our own communities. Well, we appreciate, I can't even thank you guys enough for everything all you and your personnel do for us every single day in this county. We're really glad that you chose Frederick County and New Windsor to be in, and hope you have a long. Is there any limit to your career here?
No.
So you're not. There's no end date until you say you're done.
We have a lot of good, positive things to do here in Frederick County, and I hope to be around for a long time to do them.
Well, we think you will be for sure. Tom Coe, Fire Chief of Frederick County. National Fallen Firefighters Foundation is the charity for Good Morning Frederick merch in the month of February. So come down, 401 North Market Street, Wednesdays to Sundays, 11 to 4. Purchase your stuff, and it helps an amazing organization. Comes right back, unfortunately, to maybe some of our families, but certainly helps this fire company and its families move forward for sure. We thank you guys so much for watching. Tom is a great guy. How fun. And I tell you, I learned a lot in that interview, which I love. I love about this job. It gets me a chance to talk to all these great people. And if you see them out, stop them, ask them questions. And if you can volunteer. It's a great organization, obviously, helping our community directly. All right, we're going to take a quick break. Then we're back with Drew Phelps, WFRE, and we're talking Radiothon in St. Jude's Children's Research Hospital, the fundraiser that is happening right now. All of that comes up just after this.
Dream Free Art, Frederick's first and only splatter room. New location, new beginner-friendly artful shenanigans for all ages. Come fling paint and make a masterpiece in Dream Free Art's splatter room, or join us for a fun and unique art experience. Book your next birthday party, corporate event, date night, or family outing at dreamfreeart.com to unleash your inner artist today. Dream Free Art. Free your creativity.
INS Construction is a local and award-winning woman and minority-owned business located right here in Frederick. ANS Construction specializes in roofing, siding. They also do windows, gutters, patios, and decks. Now is the time to call, maybe get a new design for maybe you have a patio or a deck and it's kind of falling apart. Come give Sandra a call. She'll come out and have a look and see if it is something she can either repair or maybe you just tear it down and start over. Call 301-703-2157 or email info@ansconstruction.net. Remember, you get $750 off any roof or siding replacement or $50 off any roof repairs. And if you want to talk with her in person, she will be at the Home and Garden Expo, which is coming up in March. So you can talk to her and find out exactly what she can do for you. Just let her know you saw her on Good Morning Frederick and that Danny was talking about her. All right, let's talk about who is doing good in our neighborhood. Doing Good in the Neighborhood is sponsored by Antietam World Travel Service. You travel better with Antietam World Travel Service because they are your gateway to worry-free journeys. With their extensive network, unmatched experience, and personalized services, you can explore the world with confidence and ease. When you work with Antietam World Travel Service, you get convenience, experience, and connections. Go to AntietamTravel.com right now. Get started on your dream vacation. Also, I need to make sure to remind you there is still time to enter to win that great gift basket we talked about when we had them on. I need to remember. I think I did I thought I did a short link, but if you go to AntietamTravel.com and then you do actually, let me figure that out. Let me just take a second. You know me. I can't Antietam. Okay, it's AntietamTravel.com/vacations/weddings-honeymoons. So if you go to, yes, Antietam, I'm going to put this up on screen so that you can see it. Let me just create one here. We're going to do this. We're going to add it and I'm going to put it. There you go. Look at that. AntietamTravel.com/vacations/weddings-honeymoons. I don't think you need that last slash, but if you have it, it's going to work. But you can enter to win. There's a great gift basket with a lot of cool stuff from some of their suppliers. It's free to enter. Why not? You can find some great stuff there. So you're going to want to do that before the end of February. So you have some more time there. All right. Drew from WFRE, my colleague, I met with him and we're talking St. Jude's Children's Research Hospital. Here he is. WFRE, we're up on the hill. I'm with Drew Phelps. Nights here at WFRE, 7 to midnight.
Yes, every night.
But today is a big day here at WFRE.
Mm-hmm.
It is Radiothon.
Yes, day 2 of our Radiothon.
Day 2 of your Radiothon, our Radiothon. This is the first time I've experienced Radiothon here.
Last year was my first year. It's intimidating. There's so much going on at one time.
There is a lot. So tell me a little bit about Radiothon here at WFRE.
So they've been doing it for almost 30 years now.
Yeah.
Tom Whalen's been doing it for 25. The man is just a legend up there, just rocking every morning. I don't know how he does it. So this place, St. Jude is so special, especially to the country community. I got to go to Memphis in November and check it, actually see the facility and all the money that it goes to. It's just spectacular that these parents don't have to pay a dime when they get there. Not a single patient sees a bill the entire time. All their food, lodging, and care is all covered. They even have like a hotel for the parents to stay in with their other kids as well. Even a school on property so the kids can still go to school no matter what grade they're in, from elementary all the way up to high school.
That is unreal.
Everything is covered there. And just the support of the country community, from all the artists to all the different country radio stations around the country. It's just amazing what they do. And just last year, this little radio station, in a small market as we call it, raised $614,000 in 2 days.
That is just, that gives
amazing.
Me chills. It really is. It is like nothing I've ever seen before or experienced. You know, I mean, I'm very passionate about giving back.
Yeah.
And, you know, an organization like St. Jude's that is just literally changing lives is really a great one to get behind. So
you don't know that they say 1 in 5 kids get diagnosed, and it's just so. It's such a scary thought. I have a 7-year-old at home, and just think about that.
As a parent,
I was listening to it this morning as I was driving my kid to. He has to go to a therapy once a week for speech, and just thinking, like, I have to take him to this, but imagine if I had to take him to the hospital every day for these treatments.
Yeah.
And they have treatments all over the world. They treat people all over the world.
Okay.
There's 76 beds on property, but they treat over 260 kids around the U.S. per day, because there's also satellite campuses as well. So this is a worldwide community and an amazing effort that they put in. So all your money, whatever you can do, you can either call 1-800-699-2520, or you can text WFRE to 626262. All the money goes to St. Jude. You get this cool t-shirt and a sweatshirt if you become a Partner in Hope, which is just $19 a month.
Wow, that I mean, really, that's less than a cup of coffee a day.
Yep.
Goodness gracious, yeah, it's a week's worth of coffee.
I joined last year. I give $20 a month, and I've still just kept it rolling.
Yeah, and why not? So WFRE is doing this all day till 7 p.m.?
7 p.m. tonight is when we stop, and we'll give the big grand total right at 7 o'clock tonight.
Okay, so be listening to WFRE all day. Listen to what this money, how it impacts people's lives, because the stories, let me tell you, if you don't tear up and have your Kleenex ready, that's a warning right now. Kleenex
it's a tough 2 days hearing all these stories, because they're good ones, and there's some, obviously there's not always a happy ending.
No, but a lot of those parents really want people to know that even though they lost a child, the fact that St. Jude's was there for them during that time.
And gave them extra time.
Gave them that time.
I heard a story this morning about a kid that got it when she was 5. It went away, but it came back when she was 18. But they got an extra 12 years because of St. Jude.
Yeah. So you got to love that. 99.9 WFRE, Frederick's largest radio station, country station, giving back to Radiothon, St. Jude's Children's Research Hospital. Give what you can. You know I'm all about it. And help support the families all around the country. We thank you guys so much for watching. Yes. And like you said, here's the sweatshirt. It's very cool. So give just $19 a month. You get the t-shirts we are wearing in that video and this sweatshirt as your gift. But the gift you're giving, really, it comes back to the kids. All right, that is it for us today. Join us each weekday morning at 9 a.m. You can watch any missed episodes on YouTube. Don't forget, stop into the home of everything Frederick, 401 North Market Street, anytime today through Sunday. Just walk in, you'll get a free chapstick, okay? That's it. I'm bribing you just to go to the shop, have a look around. Maybe throw $1 or $2 into the donation bucket for National Fallen Firefighters Foundation, or maybe purchase a sticker or magnet. I mean, really, with $5, you can purchase that, and that money goes right to it anyway. So you get something and you give something, and that's what it's all about. All right, make sure you watch us on YouTube. Subscribe if you can. If you love Frederick, you just have to watch Good Morning Frederick every single weekday, and then all weekend long, just watch us on YouTube. Get us our viewing numbers up. Trying to get those watch hours to 3,000 within a 1-year period. All right, tell a friend about Good Morning Frederick. Have an amazing day, a great weekend. Be safe, but be great, Frederick, like I know you